I've been on lots of dates where like they're like, "Are you Korean?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." All of a sudden, you just see their eyes get big, and I don't look like a K-pop guy. Yeah.
Oh hell no, you don't look like a K-pop guy.
I can't speak. I could barely speak Korean.
Mariel, picture a K-pop star in your head.
Yeah.
Does that person look anything like Ben?
I look like a North Korean refugee.
Oh,
like that's what it looks like.
Welcome to the worst Asian podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. My name is Lingjie. I'm here on site with my co-host Ben.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Got sleep.
You actually slept a full night.
Yeah, early.
You were so afraid of being late. This whole day is planned based on when I have to pick up my son from school.
No, Lingjie was every moment he has just like, "Yo, good recording. By the way, you got to sleep. Make sure you're up." I think you like told me like every fucking like.
Usually when we do any other thing, I don't give a shit. Like if you show up, you show up. If you don't show up, you show up late. Yeah. It only affects me, which is not good, but it only affects me. So I'm okay with it. But I'm like, if you fuck up today, I can't pick up my son on time.
I actually had a dream that I woke up at 6 a.m. because I thought, oh, it's time to get up. And I was like, oh shit, what am I doing? I woke up
because you were that afraid of being late?
Yeah, I think I dreamt.
When'd you go to sleep last night?
I fell asleep at like 11.
Oh,
Dude,
wow, that's early.
That is mad. I've never heard of you sleeping before midnight.
Because that's what you
You slept before me.
Yeah, exactly. Because he messaged me after midnight. I woke up at 6. I looked at it, I was like, oh shit. This guy's still about to shit. Fuck, I gotta make sure. So,
all right. We are on site. Let me bring our guest for today. This is the first reoccurring guest of the podcast. Welcome back. She was on the podcast last year, right around this time. I think we're gonna make this an annual tradition. Try to do like a dating relationship episode just in time for Valentine's Day.
That would be so nice.
So hopefully next year she doesn't move back to the Philippines and then we have to fly over there.
Oh yeah, that would be very costly.
We don't have the budget for that.
No, we don't.
Let's welcome back onto the podcast former Miss Philippines International model, anime lover. You can find her on a recent issue with Vogue Philippines.
Ooh.
Give it up for Mariel De Leon.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited.
Last year was so amazing that you came back for more.
I know, yeah. And I'm happy to be your first reoccurring guest.
First reoccurring guest, yes.
I didn't know
we have
that.
some other people that have wanted to come back on, but you are the first one. Last year, we got some very, very good feedback on that dating episode.
Yeah.
That was fun.
One of our best ones still.
Yep. Turns out that from last year until now, not every Asian person is in a relationship. So everyone still needs advice.
Yes.
Good or bad, they still need advice from us.
Yes.
Yeah.
They still got to date interracially. Apparently that's still an issue.
We'll get into that later, but I put out a post on social media as to like what some of our listeners might be interested in talking about. And surprisingly, there's two subjects that people want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Can you guys guess? Well, this is not even a guessing game because I told you guys this already.
It's about Donald Trump.
Yep. And their dating life.
Yes, there we go.
And their dating life.
Perfect person to ask.
But people, surprisingly or not surprisingly, want to learn about interracial dating. That's a popular topic from our listeners. And they also want to know why some Asian women, I say some very carefully, choose not to date Asian men, who choose to actively not date Asian men.
Yeah, Mary, why don't you want to date us? Huh? What's wrong with us Asian men?
I have dated Asian men.
Lies.
I'm just going to quickly throw her under the bus.
I know, that was intense.
Yes, sorry.
No, I have dated Asian men. But I don't know, those women who choose not to date Asian men.
You want to say something bad about that?
No. To paint a picture, Mariel just looked down. Her eyes are just like...
She's like, what will not get me canceled?
She's like, yo.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts first.
For discussion's sake, I guess, let's picture an imaginary hypothetical Asian woman, okay? So that we can shit on this hypothetical Asian person.
Okay.
So that we don't have to feel as bad. So let's say there's this hypothetical Asian woman who, for whatever reason, chooses not to date Asian men. Before she gets to explain her case, be as judgmental as you want to be. Why do you, Ben, think that she doesn't want to date Asian men?
I think, actually, I had a story close to this. I have a staff member. I won't say her name, but somehow the word got out at work that I don't date Asian women, which is not the case. And she's a bartender. I come over behind the bar. She's like, so I heard you only date black women, Ben. I was like, first of all, hi, nice to meet you. How's your day?
What's your name?
Yeah. Second of all, I was like, who the fuck have you been talking to about that? And she's like, don't worry, I don't date Asian men anyway. I was like, oh, great. I think she was drunk. And yeah, it was just weird hearing that. But I think the main thing, going back to your question, is I think a lot of women, whether they're Asian or not, they just don't find Asian men as appealing, like attractive, masculine,
physically appealing.
Yeah, physically appealing, or maybe just even romantic. You know, so I get this all the time where non-Asian women always say like, why don't Asian men approach us and stuff like that?
Okay.
And they think it's a racial thing. I'm like, no, they're just a bunch of big bitches. They're just scared. Right? That's usually the case. They're very timid. Asian men tend to be a little more on the timid side.
Yes. Yeah.
They're not comfortable with that. So I think that's the main reason, perception-wise.
How about you, Meryl? If you saw this hypothetical, remember, she's only hypothetical, so it's okay to shit on her. If you just saw her saying that she doesn't date Asian men, what's your first thought as to why she's possibly not dating Asian men?
I realized it probably is because of media. Because the prince or the leading man or the hero is always some white guy, some macho white guy, like strong.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Thought about Matthew McConaughey just now.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
But anyway, usually the media, and you know, when they show the Asian person, it's always like, maybe it's the best friend or
the nerd.
The sidekick, the nerd. That has a lot of influence.
Recently, I saw that show, Two Broke Girls. Do you remember that?
I've never seen that show.
It's called Two Broke Girls, but I didn't know there was an Asian sidekick guy there. And he's
is he always in the friend zone?
Yeah, friend zone.
Oh, fuck that show. I don't even know what show this is.
Yeah, like he's like comic relief. I don't describe him, but he's not obviously like the romance choice kind of thing.
Yeah,
so.
It's always a comic relief or sidekick.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that plays a big part as to...
Absolutely.
Because you know how, I mean, women get easily influenced by media.
Yeah, because...
Lingjie's emphatic, yes.
Yes.
Western culture is the dominant culture around the world, not just in America, right? So when you have people, maybe even Asian women in Asia over there, watching Western standards of what's being portrayed as a masculine guy or like a good-looking, attractive man, like it kind of skews their expectations on what they find attractive as well. You know, if like hypothetically there was a world where Eastern culture was the dominant culture around the world, and most people were used to looking at Asian men and like all the time, then maybe growing up, their perspective of what's attractive is different than what we have over here.
Yeah.
Is there any way to change that though?
I mean, I think things are starting to change a bit, but it's going to take a really long time. We'd probably be dead.
We'll be dead before they find us attractive.
Over under. Our first Asian president or Asian men becoming more dateable.
Yo, the Asian president is much more likely.
I would think, honestly, sorry.
Not gonna lie.
Over under.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, damn.
Because it's like deep.
We need like one of the Kardashians to date an Asian dude. That would jump start it. Right? Hypothetically, if this hypothetical Asian chick was like cool with like the Kardashians and shit.
That kind of is true. If Kim started dating some average looking Asian guy, not even not even like some Asian guy that looks like a Western dude, but just is Asian. Like he's 6 whatever, he has dyed blonde hair, but just some typical average 5'6", 145 pounds. I'm describing myself right now.
I was just saying, what is the average right now?
That's me right now.
That was specific.
I was saying, if someone with my features started dating Kim, I think that actually would do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As like negative of an effect that Kim has on society, I think she could throw us a bone by dating a random Asian dude.
By the way, any of the Kardashians, we would love to have you on. We would love to have you. You can sponsor us everything, please.
But that actually is kind of true though, right? Because once you start seeing non-Asian people date Asian men on TV, then everyone starts thinking, oh, yeah, there's something to that. Does K-pop have like a effect right now?
That was my next question, actually.
What?
About K-pop. I was going to bring up like, I think K-pop has definitely been a huge influence on that, or like a good jump starter for it.
Am I cynical that I think K-pop and K-dramas and stuff like that only make Asian men more attractive to non-Asian women? No, because it's non-Asian women that are now being exposed to K-pop culture and Korean culture for the first time.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the Korean chick who's obviously always been exposed to Korean men. So it's not like her views have changed.
No.
I should say it's not doing much for the Asian men that are trying to date Asian women.
Yeah, I guess. But it's still helping in the area of like
exposure.
Exactly. And also, if you're not Korean, but you're Asian, dude, just pretend and just tell them you're Korean. Fuck it. Just be like, yeah, you're Indonesian, now you're Korean. If it helps you get that girl, fuck it, just do it.
Korean is the popular Asian race right now, right?
It's what's on the menu.
It's what's on the menu. It's the best-selling thing of this year.
Yeah, it's the catch of the day. You know, you're at dinner, you're like, I'll have the Korean tonight. That's what it is. But it's true though, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, I've been on lots of dates where like they're like, are you Korean? I'm like, yeah, I am. All of a sudden, you just see their eyes get big, and I don't look like a K-pop guy. Yeah.
Oh hell no, you don't look like a K-pop guy.
I can't speak. I could barely speak Korean.
Mariel, picture a K-pop star in your head.
Yeah.
Does that person look anything like Ben?
I look like a North Korean refugee.
Like,
that's what it looks like.
I mean, technically, that means you are a Korean.
Yeah, I'm still technically Korean, but just because I tell them Korean, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, like I love Korean barbecue. I love soju.
They go for the Korean barbecue.
They start giving me like what I want to hear. It's like,
yeah, you're just dangling that Korean bone in front of them.
yeah, that's what it feels like. And I'm like, oh my God, is this what's going on right now?
I know, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I love it.
His GPA, his resume, nothing else matters. He's just
Korean.
He's just DNA Korean.
Somewhere my dad is like, you fucking owe me, man.
Ben just walks around with his 23andMe report. He's like, guys, I'm 99% Korean.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Mariel, what is the Korean vibe that makes it so attractive nowadays?
I mean, I do appreciate it. Like, I see it. I think it's more so the style is just so different. It's definitely more creative.
Especially music videos. They put a lot of money into it compared to American ones now.
I don't know. For me, it's the confidence they have.
Yes.
The style and the confidence. It's really different.
Is the pale skin attractive? Because I know in Eastern culture, that's always been attractive.
Yeah, in the Philippines, it's still a thing, right? Like, you want to be light-skinned, right?
They want to be light-skinned there.
Do you guys have that light-skin cream shit?
Lightener soaps,
Wait, what?
lotions.
Yeah, you didn't know about
this?
this?
They still do that, and it's a really popular thing back home.
So it's like a cream that you put on, but it just lightens your skin?
But yeah, I remember like going to like SM malls.
Yeah, SM, yeah. All the products, whitening products.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Is it just for women? Or?
Actually, yeah, I don't know.
Mostly women.
So Lingjie's good. Like Lingjie could pass for Filipino.
I'm a fairly dark Chinese boy.
You could pass for like Hawaiian.
I'm on the part of China where there are no trees and there's no like shade.
It's a desert.
It's just a desert.
You got camels and shit.
Whatever part of China that is, that's where I'm from.
Chinese camels.
I'm like naturally dark. I pass as Hawaiian sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that.
It could be. I just gotta gain a little bit of weight.
You gotta do this.
I gotta do that.
It's like, hey brother, hey mahalo.
But the whole Korean aesthetic of men, I don't think that's ever really going to penetrate mainstream as much as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's probably the peak, right? You would say like Korean attractiveness in terms of men is it's at its peak right now.
It's as good as it gets.
But even now, as good as it gets, it's not really that good, is it?
I was just saying it's what's on the menu. I'm sorry. I can relate even to food.
It's like the new hot burger joint.
Yeah.
And then when you get tired of it.
In middle school, I don't want to say like a thing, but like I was really into like Filipino girls.
Yeah.
In middle school though. Because I was like, oh, they're so cool. I was like, they're like Spanish. And I just thought you guys were really fucking cool. Like, you're like...
You know what I heard someone say?
What?
He was like, Filipinos are like the Mexicans of Asia.
How do you feel about that?
I was like, yeah, okay. I like it. We're hardworking.
Yeah. What did he mean by that? I'm trying to think what he actually meant.
Technically, Filipinos are of Spanish descent.
Yes.
Right?
Because you've been colonized.
But yeah, I remember middle school, I was like, oh man, I want to be Filipino. Because I always wanted to be dark skinned as an Asian. I hated being pale.
Even now?
Even now, yeah. Every time when it gets summer, I try to get as much color as I can.
But you just get red.
Yeah, I get red.
No, I'm
and
the same. I don't get color too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're naturally.
I don't.
Okay.
You're naturally. You've just been natural like that.
You're
right?
very light, Mariel.
Yeah, I know.
So people, when they see you in the Philippines, they touch you like, oh my God. Like,
I don't let them touch me.
Do people like go like, oh my God, like you're
Ben's
so
just walking around touching people,
like on their foreheads and shit, just like, oh my God, is this
like,
real?
What is that?
It's like, yes, I'm blessing you. Like,
that's
don't
true.
move.
You're not very like skin tone as most Filipino people are.
Yeah.
Do they sometimes ask like, are you
mixed?
Mixed?
Oh, I get that all the time, even till now. They're like,
what are you?
What are you? Yeah, exactly. What are you? Like, why do you ask it like that?
Do they get confused like when you talk and stuff? Do they ask like, oh, do you have an accent? Do people?
Yeah, they ask me
when you
where
talk.
I'm from.
I can tell that's a Filipino accent, but I guess if you're not Asian or you're not used to that accent,
most people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the Filipino accent, but yeah, at the bar they're like, "Where are you from?"
Right.
They think I'm like a whole mix.
They're like, are you Canadian? They're like,
that would be the most random I've ever gotten.
I will say when Filipinos, when they do talk, I have to say it's like the most polite English. It's almost like I'm talking to like a flight attendant every time. Every time I talk to a Filipino lady, it's like, oh my God, so gentle and polite.
I don't know. Every time Filipinos speak English, they have that customer service voice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hello, sir. How are you? I'm like, hi. You're very polite.
Yo, Filipino like dads have a lot of dad jokes. Every Filipino
know.
dad is full of dad jokes. Yeah, it's pretty good.
the Filipino, you call them titos.
Titos, yeah.
They're so
And dad
funny.
jokes keep rolling off all
I
of them.
know.
It's so good too. Do you get offended when someone actually does ask what you are? Because you objectively, it might be kind of actually hard to tell what you are.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Ben and be like, that's a pretty
North Korea. Right? North or South? Which one?
I don't get offended because I get why some people get curious because, yeah, sometimes people say you really can't tell.
Yeah.
And I get like, I've gotten like Japanese, Thai, even Latina. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
And,
Even the way she said Latina, she said Latina.
and I'm like, no, I'm Filipino. And then when I say I'm Filipino,
Uh-huh.
they follow up with, are you half? Always.
Really?
I don't believe you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm
It's
Filipino.
like 100. I'm 100. Here's my
Yeah.
23andMe.
Yeah, I
Both
carry
of you
it
guys
around.
have to carry
Yeah.
around 23 report.
Oh, shit.
Proof.
I guess going back to the hypothetical woman that we're shitting on and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some of the reasons, and I looked this up as to why some Asian women say are the reasons why they don't date Asian men. Okay. The main politically correct reason why this hypothetical woman says she doesn't date Asian men is just personal preferences.
Oh, come on. That's so lazy.
That's the most generic answer you get. But then they go into attractiveness, chemistry. When you get a bit more real, some of them might
Sex
say
life.
awkward, passive, unattractive to describe the Asian
Exactly.
men that they're not dating. That's what
There
they
you go.
think. Not that it's true, but that's what
Oh.
they think.
I was thinking as well. I just realized, like, yeah, when you said like sex life,
yeah.
because you know the stereotype of Asian men and women is quiet, timid,
Hmm.
shy, blah blah. So I guess Asian women, since we're so used to that, we want something
Different.
different.
I think
How do you
in-
say that?
For Asian female or just females, I could see how that's more in favor.
Hmm.
I mean, in bed, yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. Oh, all right. We can get there too. We'll talk about that.
I didn't get that part.
Yeah.
That flew right over my head.
Well, I was gonna get there, but you already beat me to it. But we're as a male, right? You gotta be charismatic. You have to be confident. You have to approach women.
Are we
you
talking
know?
about in bed or in real life right now?
Well, we'll
I
get
just
to
want to
the
make
bed
sure
part.
I'm listening with the right ears.
Also, this is another thing.
Let's start with getting to
Yeah.
know.
So I don't want to say names, of course, but I do know some of my younger siblings, tongsangs, that are Korean or Chinese, and they'll ask. I realize there's a lot of like intimacy issues. But that's another thing. Intimacy issues. How they are in bed.
Hmm.
That's another thing.
You mean
Performance
confidence
wi-
in bed, right?
Confidence in
Yeah.
bed, performance wise in bed. Like I didn't realize all that. So I'm on board with you about that. Yeah, you guys gotta. I don't know. You guys gotta practice. There's no school for it.
There's no
You know,
school
there's
for
no
it.
school for
Hey,
it.
Ben, that's $1 billion idea right there. There's no school for it,
There isn't.
which means there's an opportunity to make money somewhere.
That's true.
You got to build a school for it, like the DeVry of
the Lincoln Tech.
the Lincoln Tech of sex
Asian
ed.
men lovemaking or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's the stereotype though.
Right.
Not saying it's true.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just the typical way that we think.
That's why Filipinos are cool because like I always thought you guys were like very confident,
Mhm.
very outgoing.
Mhm.
You got so much style and swag. Everyone has talent, right?
Talent.
Talent, right? Like you all have to have it. Like either you dance like a Jabberwocky, or pop and lock, or sing,
Yeah.
instrument, something.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that Asian people are missing from. We gotta like adapt to the Filipino culture more. I think.
Less reserved, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Are guys actually missing that though?
Not me. I'm not trying to brag. I don't want to brag. I'm
You're
very content.
Overly confident.
I'm overly confident. I'm like delusional. I
That's
just-
a good way to live, though.
Yes, thank you. Ignorance is bliss. Yes. I can't complain. I hope my female counterparts don't complain.
They're like, this guy's way too aggressive.
I don't think you get it.
One thing that I did read about was some people think that those Asian women that actually do choose not to date Asian men is like they're having some internalized racism.
Yeah.
For instance, if a woman grows up in a culture and school environment where she's constantly teased for being Asian, maybe she wants
Ooh.
to step away from that a little bit,
Ooh,
right?
right.
So why would she, in her mind, date an Asian guy and then further put a target on her back?
Good point.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
That's
same.
a good point.
Thank
Holy
you,
shit.
Mr. Google Sensei.
Wow.
Thank you to the
Wow,
internet.
That's just
you and I would have never thought about that.
I
but
never thought about that.
I guess that's a real thing, right?
Yeah.
So discuss.
What's it? I'm sorry you have so much pain in whoever, any of our Asian females that are listening.
This hypothetical woman.
Yes,
So
you need
We're
a
not
hug.
judging her anymore. We're
judging
like,
her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like, I need to give you a hug. I am so sorry about that. Also, I noticed some Asian women don't want to date Asian men because they also associate like, oh, he's too much like my brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
like family.
that's the same
another
thing too as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, oh no, like Ben, you remind me just like my cousin or my brother.
Mhm.
It's weird. Like we are not having sex. No penis vagina stuff. That would be like too much for them.
Who's to blame in that situation though? The woman who's internalizing the racism or the situation?
That would be the one time where personal preference. I actually would believe that now.
Mhm.
You know, if someone said like,
But
yo,
that personal preference is not from a bodily attractive preference. That's just to not be teased further,
right.
not to be picked on further.
I mean, to each their own.
Because
That's
you
why
could
even-
be attracted to an Asian guy, but you just choose not to date Asian guy because you don't want that stigma around you.
Oh, yeah.
There's also that
Yeah.
stigma where like Asian women date like white dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some Asian guy friends of mine that fucking get really pissed off about that shit. And I'm like, bro, that's like real small dick energy. Like you need
Yeah.
to chill. If you're that butthurt, then you need to step up your game.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I guess that ties into what we're talking about too, right?
Yeah. Internalize, I don't know, like reverse racism, reverse Uno racism
Right.
or some shit. It's
So-
the same idea. It's very complex.
And let's talk about the guys that feel bad about this.
Yeah.
You and I could not give a shit. I mean, I'm married.
Yeah.
You're a confident, overly confident,
Yes.
delusional man.
Yes.
You could not give a shit. But a lot of Asian guys, like you said, do
Yeah.
feel bad or they
Angry.
when they see Asian women dating non-Asian guys.
Yeah, dude.
But why mad? Like, why don't you just mind your own business and date who you want?
Yeah, exactly. For me, I'm like, yo, if they're happy and they're in love, then yo, please, you know, like my uncle he's German and you know, my
Mhm.
aunt is Korean and they generally loved each other, you know, and my cousins are fucking
Yeah.
amazing. I love them and they found love. But some people, I don't know what it is. They just think like, oh, it's the fetish part. You know, they say it's the fetish thing.
Well, for discussion's sake, they might say that they're taking my opportunities away.
That's another thing,
Mhm.
exactly. They're like, oh, that should be my chick. But I'm like, bro, like, you gotta be kidding me. That is like a level of entitlement that I just like, that is lazy.
Yeah, I feel like it speaks insecurities.
It does, right?
Yeah, and deep trauma.
Right.
Because if you get that angry, that's deep trauma already.
Right.
What about if you just get jealous? Is that a little bit more acceptable?
That's insecurity.
That's insecurity too?
Yeah.
Because you have no relations to them.
Yeah.
Like, you're not part of the relationship.
Yeah.
As long as the guy is good to her and vice versa, that's all you can hope for,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you know? But some people out there just can't stand it, which I find funny because there's the same person also will still see like he's an Asian guy. But when he sees an Asian guy with a non-Asian girl, he's like, nice. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
this isn't like a fucking,
Actually.
yeah, there's like a score. There's like a tally about this.
Let's talk about that because I think this is true. We do see more Asian women dating non-Asian men as opposed to Asian men dating non-Asian women.
Yeah.
Why is that the case?
Goes back to what I said. You Asian dudes are pussies. That's why. Sorry.
Very aggressive.
I'm sorry. I know it's a little early, but it's true though. Like the most handsome dude, right? He's gonna approach 100 girls. 90% he's gonna get rejected still. So it's just like you got to put your shot out there, right? Like let's be real. You know you've been dating, right? You dating shit.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the guys that approach you, I bet, are probably non-Asian. It's
Yeah.
a non-Asian dude, and you're not superficial. You're more about like, oh, if they're a nice guy, I'm into
Mhm.
that, right? So that's what I'm just trying to say. Like a lot of Asian guys, they get into their own head. They get confused.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I don't have a shot. It's like, how do you know? Let's go talk to her.
Have you ever sensed that, Mariel, where there is an
Yeah.
Asian guy that might be into you, but he's just not willing to take the first step as opposed to a more confident non-Asian guy?
Oh, the thing is, my problem is
You
I
can't read
never realize when anyone is flirting
She's so
with
used
me.
to it.
It just goes over your head right now.
No, it just goes over my head because I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at detecting, like, are they flirting or are they being nice?
Right.
But yeah, going back to Asian men, I feel like it also stems from the Asian family dynamic
Right.
of how we kind of hide our emotions and hide our feelings.
Yeah.
Especially the older generation, like
That's very true.
Asian families, you're supposed to hide your emotions and not make a scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it's harder to like approach people and have that confidence. And actually really hard to open up to people coming from a Asian
That's true.
family.
That is
So you're giving like the shit on the guys, right? That they're not doing enough. Okay, fine. Fair point. There's some truth to that. If they just all stepped up their game, would they be able to actually get all these non-Asian women?
I think it would help.
immensely.
Are we thinking too optimistically right now, or am I being too cynical?
No, you're just asking the right questions. But I mean, I personally think it would help immensely, dude. Because women aren't that superficial. Like for most part, most women, they just want a high value guy that's gonna be respectful, nice, but confident. Don't be a pushover. Don't just, don't be a simp. Don't be like on her feet, and like licking her toes and shit. Don't do that.
Ooh.
Some women like simps.
I mean, some.
Yeah.
If that's what he's into, that's great. But, going back to the Mariel thing about, I can't tell if I'm getting hit on or the guy's being too nice. Imagine she has like a kid with the dude. It's like, I think he's just being nice still. I think he's still just being really nice.
Married and everything.
Yeah,
do you still like me?
I was like, wait.
Oh, that's the point of these kids.
Oh, shit. I thought you were just bored,
I
man.
thought we were just having fun.
Yeah, I thought you were bored this whole time. My God. But yeah, Asians have a hard time just speaking out sometimes, And I'll be opening up my school at the garage. It'll be in the parking lot.
I'm not lying.
It'll be in the tent.
I don't know how you make that legally possible, but there is money to be made there
I'm
somewhere.
going to make a Discord. I'm going to charge you monthly.
Yikes.
Mariel, you could be one of the instructors.
Yikes.
The test is hit on Mariel and see if she'll tell you if you're flirting or you're just being nice.
I'll be not flirting.
She has like shit.
Flirting.
It's like that works. No, fail, pass, fail. Like that. It's like a DMV test. That's
You should
what I'll
have
do.
like different types of teachers.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is really happening. Look at that.
I mean, it's true. Like when it comes to sex, people have different preferences, right? Some people like
yeah.
more aggressive. Some people like a bit more.
The kinks.
Asian guys don't have a lot of kinks, do they? Or at least they don't have a lot of openly discussed kinks, do they?
Yeah.
Openly
I think-
discussed.
I mean, like-
I think.
You never hear it's like, turns out John, he really likes sponges.
I can tell Lingjie is like, Lingjie's
He's
trying so hard
looking
to
for it.
Yeah, Lingjie's like, yo, this is actually a little uncomfortable.
I was like, what are
I don't
people
know
into?
Yeah, some Asian guys, maybe they're just too vanilla. I don't know. Some people might be into role plays, dirty talk. Some people like really aggressive. Some like using toys. Asian men, explore it, please.
Mhm.
But lay off the porn too. That's another thing. I always try to tell people like, yo, you guys need to lay off the porn.
If Asian male porn,
What?
Asian male porn actors
Oh, okay.
were more
Yeah, I didn't know what you mean.
were more popular,
Uh-huh.
would that help in some way?
Yeah.
Mariel, if you were hypothetically watching porn and it's like,
Or the hypothetical Asian chick. We forgot about
we
her.
need to stop shitting on her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
That's right.
already said sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
We feel bad
We
for
need
her.
a name for her. We need a name for her.
It's true though, right? If you just like scroll through Pornhub and there was like a bunch of Asian male performers and they're not just in the Asian category, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, that would really help a lot. Goes down to media.
I like how porn is actually like gonna be like it could help like Asian men. Like that's how crazy it's gone.
Just media in general.
Yeah, like got Asian men open up more OnlyFans. That's another thing.
Yo, for real.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is heavily dominated by a lot of Asian women.
Yes.
Is
but-
it?
Females, of course, but Asian women, yeah.
Asian women too, because
You'll make a killing, Mariel. You don't even have to be naked. You
She's
can
like-
just literally show off your feet and your hands.
Ooh, feet,
Yeah.
though.
Yo, can we get commission? Like I'm telling you, make some like packages.
Ben is like a really shitty pimp right now. He's like, he's like a pimp with no business degrees.
He's just trying his best.
I'm just throwing shit out there. Like you said, hopefully something sticks. I'm telling you.
Like you said, you're delusional.
Yes, that's absolute confidence. There you go.
But the important thing is true though, because why are Asian women so sexualized? Why are they so desirable?
Sick
Why
bastard.
Asian women have those same passive traits, yada yada, as Asian men, but they're looked on as to being like, oh, that's a positive, as opposed to being a negative.
I think it's because of men.
Yeah.
Blame the men.
Men.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity. You want to be strong. You want to be manly. Blah blah. So the right woman for me is someone quiet.
Yeah.
Someone soft. Someone who
Make me
won't
a
talk back at
sandwich.
me. Make me a sandwich. Cook for me. And they, the stereotype of Asian women is submissive and
Docile and shit.
yeah, I clean the house, I cook,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then I just sit there quietly.
The freaking happy ending spots don't help either. That's the
Mhm.
truth.
From time to time, I have like back issues. No,
Oh, really?
This is a real concern. I have a back issue sometimes, and like
Yeah.
sometimes I do want to get a real like therapeutic back massage, but I'm
Yes.
like,
You get scared, right?
I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm walking into. So
I have the same fear.
I don't know what's legit and I don't know what's not. It's not like I can check Yelp or something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that chance.
So what I do is I'll go on Yelp, right? Or whatever, Google. And if I see that there's females that did reviews. I'm like, all right, it
Yeah.
has to be legit.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Also, if it's 24/7, there's a good chance.
No
Yeah.
massage parlor needs to be operated
Open
at 3 a.m. That's
yeah,
true.
exactly. So that's one. Also, I personally like to get my foot massaged.
I'm so ticklish. I don't think I could ever have someone do my foot.
Yeah, that is true. I can see. But like, I had this one guy. He was just punching the shit out of my foot. I remember like, I'm like watching the whole massage area. Right? It's all chairs,
Yeah.
and you just hear like Rocky Balboa just punching the meat, and it's my foot, and I'm cursing under my breath, and I'm like messaging my friends like, "Yo, this motherfucker
It's actually trying to hurt
is
me.
breaking my foot right now," and I can't say anything because I don't look like a little bitch. So I'm like,
Oh, like, so it actually hurt more than it felt good.
yes, this guy does not want me to come back. I swear to God.
When you get a real
Body
massage,
massage.
do you care if it's a guy or a girl? Any preferences?
I personally prefer a female.
You do?
Yeah.
Is it
'cause,
a
like,
comfort level?
yeah. Also, because like if it's like a Asian dude, I'm pretty sure he had like a cigarette.
But
He
technically,
probably picks his nose. Probably farts. He's probably farting.
he's
while
stronger though. He is stronger. He can give you a better actual
Yeah.
massage, a technical massage.
Yeah, but he probably has callus
Oh,
on his
God.
hands.
It's like sandpaper. It's gonna just scrape off your calluses with this guy. How about you, Mariel? Do you care if it's a guy giving you a massage?
Yeah, oh, me, yeah.
You do.
I want a
'Cause
guy.
I don't like being touched in general. Anyway, no, I love massages. Like,
Right.
don't
Okay.
get me wrong. I could get one every day, but it
Yeah.
has to be a female.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
just more comfortable that way because, you know, you're naked,
Oh yeah, that's true.
almost naked. Even if they're professionals, and I'm not judging them,
Yeah.
it's just preference.
Can I ask you then? It's kind of like for a gynecologist. Would you prefer a male or female?
Female.
Right. Can I be honest? Like if you're a male gynecologist, power to you. But isn't that kind of pervy? To be honest, like just
As a
And
guy,
the fact
just-
that, like, if your doctor has a vagina too,
Yeah.
that would make me more comfortable.
right. But like
Because she actually knows.
that's what I'm saying. And like
you're saying like it's you teaching rocket science, having never touched a rocket.
it's like I don't know how professional you can be without getting a sexual arousal out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the
Maybe you're just horny.
maybe it could just be me, but I personally think
Bro.
it's kind of weird.
I'm saying like if someone is that horny, I don't think they're gonna go through 8 years of education
I'm just
and
saying.
medical school and like
I'm-
residency just to see some. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm like,
like,
there's
out
much-
of all the body parts, you can't pick. Like, you couldn't do feet, heart, ear.
What if they have a
throat?
family history of being the best gynecologist?
All right, fine.
It's like
That's
passed down from
Yeah.
like
If-
the practice, the clinic is passed down from son
Oh,
to son
true.
to son.
fine.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
like
Only
yeah.
sons, and they can never have a daughter for some reason. They're like, holy fuck!
That's a family curse.
It's
It's
like
been 3 generations. We still don't have a daughter.
all right. How about this then? I guess like, fine.
He probably gets less business
Yeah.
because he's filtering out the women that aren't comfortable with that. I guess guy massage therapists have that issue too, right?
I feel like females have like a better like sense of touch. They just
Mhm.
like know the degree better. But like, if I want to do like chiropractor, I want to do because that I need to do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Just fucking crank my back, bro.
Yeah. For like relaxing massages,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like women always have that comforting touch. But
Right.
yeah, with like physical therapy massage or
Yeah, that's like a different. Like
chiropractor, I would
sports
get a
massage or
guy.
something.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that foot massage dude, it was like a fat Chinese dude. I swear I could smell his parliament. He was like snorting. I was like, oh man, this guy's just
Was that
fucking...
the only time that a guy touched you for a massage?
Yes, and the last.
First and last.
Yes. I remember
Traumatized.
and I tipped him very well. Like even I like to get pedicures.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh wow. Because we're on our feet a lot, man.
Okay, that's true. I sit on my ass a lot, so maybe someone needs to massage my ass.
oh, yo. Oh, man, I don't really want that. I have another story, but I'll save that for
Semi getting back on topic, but why Asian women don't date Asian men, yada yada. Is there
Yes.
anything that we can do to combat that? Because I know there
Yes.
are a lot of Asian guys out there. If you're listening and you're Asian guy and you're getting unnecessarily jealous at stuff like this,
Ooh.
Ben's gonna shit on you, but I'm gonna try to give you some proactive advice.
I'll give him advice too. Do more porn.
Maybe they should. We need a couple of them to do more porn
There are some.
to be a prominent male sex performer. That would actually
Right.
help a little bit.
Guys, don't be a gynecologist. Just go into the porn industry. All right. You're saving a generation.
It
All right.
takes less years of training.
Exactly.
Easy money. Is it easy money? I don't know if it's easy money.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man.
You ever watch that show Love is Blind?
Oh, yes.
Oh, how is it?
You want to give some context, Meryl, for
Yes.
the listeners that may not know what that show is about?
Yeah. Basically, they separate guys and girls, and they go. So one guy and one girl goes into a pod, and there's a wall in between.
Mhm.
Okay.
So they don't know what
Are they
they
naked?
look like.
They're not naked.
They're not naked. They don't know what they look like. They just talk the whole day, like for hours. I don't know if I explained that right. But they're there for like what? Like how many weeks?
A long time. And they never get to see each other until the end.
Yeah, they're literally just talking.
So can I ask you, when they do see each other, was there ever where they're like, oh, fuck.
But here's the thing.
They like get cringe and like, oh, I don't want this
Am
person?
I correct where they can only see each other at the end if they both choose to be with each other?
Yes.
After the 2 weeks, then they can see each other.
If you decide to get married, not even just be with each other.
What?
Not even, not
Listeners
even
can't see,
dating.
Ben just got freaked out.
How much are they getting paid? Did they have a
straight
prize?
to marriage.
What?
It's straight to marriage.
Is there a prize?
Each other is the prize.
What the fuck?
If you're lucky.
Holy shit.
Love is the prize.
2 weeks and then you get married.
I don't know how many
Oh my
weeks,
God.
but they've never seen each other.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah. You should watch it.
I know. It makes me want to watch this fucking disaster.
What do you think happens? Because the whole thing that we're talking about Asian men being attractive or something, aside from if you have like a specific Asian accent that someone can pick up,
Yeah.
right? If it's very neutral, what do you think actually happens? Do you think the positive happens, or do you think the negative happens? Like, oh fuck, I am not attracted to this person physically.
Oh, that's hard to say.
Yeah, because I'm basing all of this off like my personal experiences and like what my guy friends have told me or I've seen, especially in that clubbing. I've had one time where I had a friend of mine, we're in Vegas. He was grinding on this girl, right? For like almost like the whole set. And then eventually, grinding is when the girl's ass is into his crotch and
Thank
shit,
you.
right?
Thank you for that.
Right? Just for painting a picture, right? So she doesn't get to see my friend. But eventually she turns around. And my friend is probably like, yo, we're in love, blah, blah, blah. Right? She turns around. She goes like, ugh, and just walks away.
She went, ugh?
And she was like, ugh. I'm like, oh, shit. And it was just so awkward and quiet. I'm like, you need a drink, bro? I'm going to go grab a drink.
That's like a mini episode of this TV show.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the whole TV show happened in 30 seconds.
Oh, basically, yeah. That's so harsh.
It is, right? So dating is rough out there, obviously. There's going to be guys that obviously do take their shot and, go after girls, and they constantly get rejected. I can see how that guy might start having like a resentment towards women.
I think that show, oh, you mean your friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that I can't blame him for, because he's trying his best out there. So I would feel bad for that guy.
I've never seen the contestants, or I actually can't picture it, but are they objectively attractive, Mariel?
Are they sexy?
I would say...
I feel like they have to be.
Yeah.
Unless they purposely put like unattractive
There's no
people.
one that's ugly. I mean, what do we say? Okay, for people that listen to this podcast, we never use the word ugly. We use the term asymmetrical face. Oh my god!
I feel like they choose
non-symmetrical face.
Non-symmetrical
face. Do any of these contestants have a non-symmetrical face?
Are they Quasimodo?
Objectively, no.
Okay. So they're at least like baseline symmetrical face.
Like they're
so scientific with this shit. Just call them ugly.
Like they would be the okay looking people.
Okay.
I like that.
Fine.
You like the okay.
Okay. I mean, nobody there was ever my type. That's why I say.
See, not superficial.
Mario would be like, oh,
like, wait.
What? I don't see any nerds.
Wait, you're flirting with me?
After 2 weeks, she's like, what's the purpose of the show again?
Like, why am I talking to them?
How did I get here?
Wait, this isn't a job interview? Oh, shit. My bad.
Have you finished that show, Mario?
I have.
Are there any bad stories at the end?
Oh, there has to be.
Oh, God, there's a lot of bad stories.
Yeah.
Because they have their first moment where they,
see each other.
open the doors and see each other. And you can just tell sometimes when they're faking it.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like,
Oh.
hi.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good one.
I feel bad for the other person already.
Yeah. And then when they go in for the hug, they, how girls like go like that. They go side.
Yeah.
Like sideways.
They don't embrace it.
Yeah.
Or when they laugh after kissing.
Oh.
I never thought about that.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
true.
uncomfortable laugh after
the uncomfortable
kissing.
laugh.
They're like,
Yeah. The cough laugh. The cough
that
laugh.
one.
Oh, because they're forced to kiss after seeing each other, right? Because
no, it's usually that one person likes the other person more.
More, exactly.
Of course.
So when that person goes in for the kiss.
Has that ever happened to you? Where like the guy came in for the kiss and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck. And you have to be polite about it?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, yeah, we'll talk. And you just never call them back?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, wait, no.
That would be the ultimate rejection. Because if you lean for a kiss and the person turns away, whether it's a guy to a girl or vice versa, or the cheek thing.
Yes. Sign of disrespect.
Cheek thing, yeah.
What's like the ideal date then? Like cuisine wise, activity wise, what would you say?
Ooh, ideal date?
Yeah.
Assuming that you know that you're on a date, Mario.
Yes. Not a job.
Like, this is not a business lunch.
And then I have no business. I usually, well, you see, because I'm a foodie, so honestly depends on the day. But what I'm picturing is a nice, cute pasta place.
Ooh, okay, Italian.
A nice, like cozy, cute Italian place.
Okay, maybe like
not
a nice,
too fancy, not too not fancy.
like a nice casual, maybe like a wine bar.
Yeah,
Right.
something like
Good,
that. Yeah, a wine bar or like a
maybe jazz club or something like that. But they have live jazz.
I feel like dinner first. A nice dinner first, so we can actually talk and get to know each other.
So no jazz club where there's too much damn loud music in the back.
Right.
At first.
Yeah.
And then after dinner, definitely jazz club or a cocktail bar.
I would say Korean food is probably not that most ideal first date dinner.
It depends. If it's two Korean people, why not?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
true.
saying.
Then you just get like
If someone that's
soju.
not tolerant of spices or doesn't like fermented flavors, then you're not taking them to a Korean place.
I had a friend, she was telling me she went on a date, right? And the guy, the whole night, they had Korean, and he had like a red chili flake.
She didn't say anything?
She didn't say anything the whole night, right?
Why? Was she afraid?
I guess some people are just, like when you're close, like if I see something like, oh, Mariel, like your zipper's open, I'll be like, oh, dude, your teeth or whatever, I'll say something. But, I guess it was the first date, right? But then, he went in for the kiss. They start making out.
Oh,
and then when he pulls his face back and smiles, it's gone. Oh my God.
She sucked it off.
She's like, I feel awkward saying it to him, so I'm just gonna take it on myself. Then he doesn't feel bad.
Yeah. Oh, she's like, is this big red gum? Well, yeah, so no Korean, but Italian's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
That's
always
good.
good. That's like a very safe, neutral thing because no one hates Italian food. Even if you don't
Yeah.
love Italian food or you don't love wine or bar, whatever, it's something that's safe and neutral.
Are we on this board? We're the Asians that lactose intolerant. We're not. I'm good. I can have dairy.
I'm good.
You can have dairy.
I'm good.
right?
I'm good.
Look at that. All right.
We're the cool Asians here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
No one's carrying like, what's that pill? Lactate?
Lactate. Yeah.
No, that's the milk.
Oh, yeah. No, but I know you don't. Lactate makes it though. You're right.
Yeah.
I have a friend
Wow.
that like he literally like if he has a drop, so if like, he gets coffee and they put like a little by accident, he can tell, and then he's fucked for the whole day.
So you're saying like no Asian dates are going to like an ice cream parlor?
Yeah, I mean Italian. Hopefully, if there's not a lot of dairy.
What's a bad dating spot then? Is hot pot like a bad dating spot?
Oh yeah,
I've always been on the fence about that because I think hot pot, assuming that they like hot pot,
yeah.
is a good conversational activity kind of meal.
It's very interactive.
I
You're not
think
just
it
sitting
would be
there.
like a cute winter date spot.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, where you just want to be cozy and chat. You know what I love about dating Asian men though? My favorite part is that we're all foodies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And that's what I love. I would love someone to like eat out with because I eat a lot and I
Yeah.
eat everything. So that's the one thing I love about,
It's really
the
important to
Asian
be able to eat.
culture.
Yeah, culture speaking, Asian people have experience eating stuff that's not so common. So if you take
Mhm.
them to any cuisine, most of the time they're down to like at least give it a shot.
Because my ex, he's
Boo.
not a boo. Boo, ex.
You know who you are, asshole. Just
Thank
kidding,
you.
just
He's not Asian. He was not a foodie.
Not at all.
Not at all. He thought like food was just fuel
Oh,
to
Wow.
live,
So he
to
was a
get through
robot.
the day. He's
Yeah.
a robot.
Wow.
And yeah.
Sustenance.
And I was like, am I having fun right now?
Are we
Like,
dating?
thank you for breaking up with me.
Yeah. Are we flirting? Is this?
Are we flirting? Where's the food?
I think you have to be able to break bread. Like you're married, right? So
Yeah.
I think that plays a humongous factor, right? If you can't eat with your, love
I
of
have
life.
to eat with my wife every night.
What?
I know you're gonna say.
I don't know where you're going with this, Ben. I have to physically eat with her every night because
No.
I live in the same house.
What I'm saying is that I actually know someone that's been with their woman for a long time. He doesn't like to eat with her.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Exactly. See, that's what I was trying to go with that. See, now you're like, what the fuck, right?
Yo,
that's
yeah,
weird, right?
That's mad weird.
And I was kind of
What
genuinely concerned.
What does he do?
He
Just eats alone?
he likes to eat alone, and he'll literally wait and eat by himself. if
But does
can.
he keep his wife company when she's eating that meal then? And then he
Yeah.
eats by himself?
Yeah, he'll if he could.
I'm not saying
he'll
that's
do that.
better. It's still weird.
It's very interesting, right? I was really like thrown off by that. I was like, because I think for me, that's the number one thing is I have to be able to eat with my partner. That's
Yeah.
that's like a big percentage of like
Yeah.
compatibility.
Food is in our blood.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
And you have to be able to break bread, like cook together, feed each other, you know,
Yeah.
like all that stuff.
Try
It's all-
different things. Have like you don't
like-
even have to have like the same taste buds for stuff. You just have to be
Right.
willing to try each other's things
Mhm.
like back
exactly.
and forth.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
he doesn't like to eat with her. Yeah, which I didn't realize until like I was like, oh
He's
shit.
married?
He's not married. He's been with her for a long time. But they will eventually get married.
That's the reason why they're not getting married.
Because
I
they
don't
won't
know.
eat together.
Yeah, but I didn't realize it until he said, I was like, oh shit, you're right. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's much of a foodie too.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, that's
Okay.
where I was going with that. You would think like, oh, it's just an automatic. You have to be able to eat with them.
When you've been married or you've been in a relationship that long,
Yeah.
you've already filtered out the reasons why you shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm
Right.
surprised she was able to stick with it for this long, having him just stare at her while she's eating all the time.
I need calories.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just calories. It's just
nutrient
energy.
dense. Yes, I'm low on riboflavin. You know, all that good stuff. You know, so
Did you have something that you wanted to try and then this hypothetical asshole didn't want to try it?
yeah, this hypothetical douchebag.
I would say
Would you cook for him? And he just wouldn't like.
I would cook for him. That's the thing. The other thing I wanted to mention about interracial dating. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I love cooking, and that's
Yeah.
how I show my love.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I show someone I care. And like, when I date someone that's non-Asian, I like to show them my food, my culture. I
Yes.
cook them like sinigang, lumpia,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
adobo.
bomb.
And
What-
the
yeah,
way they react to that is how I feel appreciated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
So there's this guy. I cooked sinigang for him.
Nice.
He didn't react.
At all?
He was just like,
They just scarf it down?
yeah, he didn't react.
Ah.
That's hard.
And I
That's,
was like waiting, like,
that's hard to do considering it's tamarind. So there's a strong sour factor in it.
yeah.
And the fact that like he's just like
And
calories.
the fact that I cooked it with love.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
the
love
secret
it, but
ingredient. The secret
but
ingredient.
yeah.
You love the food.
I love the food, and I put it in there.
Was
Yeah.
it pork? Was it pork?
Pork belly.
Oh fuck!
Ah,
that's good
it's so
stuff.
good.
Belly, yeah.
A Filipino food, I always say, is like the Asian soul food.
Yeah.
It's just
That's true.
It's very
That's true,
hearty.
yeah.
I love it.
But yeah.
You can't be on a diet though on Filipino food. I
Yeah.
realize unless I'm wrong, but
I mean,
feel
it's
like
starchy,
pretty
it's
hard,
meat
yeah.
heavy, it's
Right?
hearty. Yeah.
Rice,
yeah,
bread.
yeah,
Is there-
adobo like
yeah,
pork adobo.
pandesal.
Woo.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the other thing that I kind of like about interracial dating is
That's true.
showing
When
each
you have-
other your culture.
Exactly. Two different cultures. You can show each other. That is the benefits of it. I'm not saying it's boring to have two Korean people together.
No, no.
Yeah,
Let me show you this style of kimchi, Ben.
yeah. I always think about that. Like, is it important for your partner to be able to cook? Because for me, it is a big factor for me.
For me, doesn't really matter for me since I'm the one that likes cooking.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I refuse to answer this question.
Oh.
I know she's listening. I refuse to answer this question.
Oh my god!
I love you, sweetie.
He's been walking on eggshells this whole
Oh,
episode.
wow.
This is amazing. I love it.
Who needs your wife to cook anyways? Come on. Come on, let's be
You're
real.
right. You're right. What am I talking about? Just order out all the time.
That's just not important, guys.
Yeah.
Get real.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, food. Yeah.
Yes.
Food's
Going back
great.
to food.
I-
Food is good.
I can't imagine being in a relationship where someone just doesn't like food.
I like having like those junk food moments where it's just
Oh, I
like,
love
yeah,
those.
you want. I mean, I know Lingjie's pretty health conscious, but for me, like, yeah, we'll just go to 7-Eleven and be like, all right, let's go to town, and
Yeah.
I'll be in there for like half an hour.
Yeah.
How big is your basket?
Like, I'm literally just
2 baskets.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
baskets.
I'm just like looking. I was like, oh, this.
He's eating while he's still buying.
Yeah.
He's like, he brings an empty bag to the cashier. I ate this.
It's just like an empty wrapper. He just like scans it and shit.
At least you're paying for it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love those junk food nights in bed.
yeah. 7-Eleven is always good for that.
Okay, a couple random things just to wrap all this up. An OkCupid study concluded that women find Asian men less desirable than any other men on the app.
So
So
true,
this is
huh?
women overall, not just Asian women, but
Damn.
women overall find Asian men as the least desirable,
Damn,
which kind of sucks.
damn.
A speed dating study conducted at Columbia University showed that Asian men have the most difficulty in getting a second date.
Ooh.
Mm.
And no Asians is a very common line seen on dating apps.
People legit put that.
Yeah. It's
No
like
Asians.
That's I never seen that. That's pretty funny.
lactose intolerant, Asian men intolerant.
It's like Sagittarius, no Asian men.
Yay.
Is that like a step too much? If you
Saying that, yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
Like, would
so
you,
deep.
would people be able to say that with other races? I
That-
don't
exactly.
think so.
I was gonna say that's very Cause
I don't
imagine
think
that,
so.
That's
actually
actually
like,
true.
No black chicks.
Yeah.
It's like whoa.
Imagine.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
like it's a hate crime at this point if I say.
Yeah.
That's true. So why is it okay for them to say that about us? Because we don't just make a fuss about it?
Yeah, that's
We don't like say anything about it?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. It's just that whole like stemming from media racism.
Yeah. You know me, I'm a loud Asian dude, but like a lot of Asian dudes are not. They're just not at all. I don't know. It's either a good thing or a bad thing. I personally, I think we need to be more vocal.
Yeah.
But that's hilarious. No, no Asian.
I just find it like that's very ballsy for you to like just straight up put
swipe
that.
like,
left.
It's like
no need to say.
Oh, loves to cook. Cat person. No Asian.
Ooh, let me ask you though. On the dating app.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a certain group of people that you see more that likes you?
Race-wise, like who's swiping? Which is the right side? Swiping to the right or to the left? It's good.
Right is when you like them. Left is when you want to reject them.
Okay.
So
if you like.
This is my Tinder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. All right, guys.
Mostly white?
Yeah, I actually...
Give me your phone.
Don't go through it though.
There's just the pictures.
So the check marks are the people that have said yes to you.
Yes, but I haven't responded to
You haven't responded to them.
Yes. Yeah, and there's people down here.
It's a good mix.
Yeah.
Spanish, white, black.
Yeah.
I see no Asian.
Yeah.
Well,
there's one Asian chick right
There's like
there.
one.
This one, I just see her ass, so I can't tell.
So
it's a good mix.
It's a good mix. And this is the thing. I'm actually part of the problem. I prefer not dating Asian women, actually.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why.
Actually, you're throwing up the average, though. If there are not a lot of Asian guys getting non-Asian girls and you are doing the opposite, then you're boosting the average.
I'm purposely trying to put myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a preference for women. All women were beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I guess for most of my life, I've dated predominantly Asian women. So when I date non-Asian chicks, they always ask like, oh, are you only into, and then follow-up questions like, oh, am I your first insert, ethnicity here? And I always sound like, no, you're absolutely not, actually. And they're like, really? And then they're like, oh, I could kind of see it. You don't seem like, how did we say fob? Fresh off the boat.
Yeah,
We're talking about it.
You're not very Asian, by the way.
I'm not very Asian.
Yeah.
That's what, I'm more just American.
How do you have an Asian podcast?
That's why we're the worst Asian podcast, And you saw it. I purposely try to, be as ethnically appropriate. I don't know what to call it. Diverse. I'm on board with you about the whole interracial thing. I don't mind, who I'm with. I just hope she can cook. I like cooking too, though.
Yeah.
Because, I think it's really important that we can cook for each other. Because sometimes I'm going to be lazy. I'm like, oh, can you make me that thing I really like?
I love it when people ask shit like that, though. Like, I like this thing. Can you do it again?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
That's nice.
Me. Yeah.
It's really funny.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah. Like, it's funny how, actually, with my female friends, they'll say, like, I don't know why females fake a lot of things in bed. Because I think, like, that's a terrible thing because you're reinforcing a negative behavior. Women need to be more, vocal. It's like, no, I prefer if you did this more. Because that way, like, we do a better job. Don't fake it, ladies. Please.
What if there's a solid reason for it? Is it just to get the shit over with in time, or is it actually because they feel bad for the guy?
She's like, wait, are we flirting? Or
what's happening here?
Why are we naked?
Are we wrestling?
This is a weird business date.
In my opinion, it's more so to just... Sometimes when women's brains turn off, like when they know it's not going to get better, the brain turns off. We're like, let's just get this over with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Women are very vindictive. When they make up their mind.
Whoa. That's a very negative connotation.
No. It's a good thing. As in, like, when you women want to break up with a man, you women stand your fucking ground and be like, no, you shall not pass. But us men, we're such little bitches. We'll be like, hey, baby, you up? And you send that fucking text message. I'm guilty of it. I'm like, you up? It's like 2 or 3 in the morning. It's like, I'm sorry. Like,
oh, no, I'm a little bitch too. I can be a little bitch.
Yeah, well, for women, I think it's different. You guys care. But us guys, we can't make up our minds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I get what you mean.
We can't make up our fucking minds.
Yeah.
It's easier for women to find a rebound than it is men, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you just wanted a rebound power lunch, then you can very easily find someone. If
Mariel could be standing at a fucking train station and she'll have 8 dudes like just hit on her.
And I wouldn't know.
You would not know. They're like, are you lost? Yeah, where are you from?
Why do you all have your pants off?
But if I do it with my pants off, I'm getting arrested, So, yeah.
Maybe there's some truth to that.
What's up, Mariel? Pants down and everything. Are you seeing anyone?
I am seeing someone now, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Filipino?
I'm just... No, not Filipino. He's Haitian.
Oh.
But grew up here. Born and raised here.
He's good? You guys are good?
Ben's being very nosy right now.
Yeah, I know. Very nosy and publicly nosy.
How about you, Ben? What the hell are you doing with your dating life?
I mean, we saw his Tinder.
I don't even have time to date, really.
Ben has a very long menu on his Tinder. He's just waiting to like sort to.
I don't. Yeah, I'm on it. But
Is there
I'm
a like time limit where you have to respond by, or is it indefinite?
No. Oh yeah, no, that's a good question. No, there isn't though.
Ben swipes to the person from like 2021.
Yo, no, yeah, some of them are probably like.
And she's married with kids now.
Oh God.
That's the crazy part sometimes. Like when you dated someone and you see, it's like, oh shit, they're like married as fuck, or they're a
That's
mom.
weird, yeah.
It is kind of weird. But yeah, you good though? Like you guys are happy. He likes to eat, all that good stuff.
He likes to eat at least.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There
He
you
does
go.
like to eat, yeah.
1+.
Oh shit, I don't know if I ever had Haitian food. Have you had Haitian food?
Some.
I don't even
Because
know.
my
what it's
ex
considered.
was Haitian as well.
Oh, so you have a type. No Asian men. Not Asian, Haitian. right?
Haitian.
Okay, let's make sure. We gotta clarify that.
Lots of lactose, no
Yeah.
Asian.
But all my exes before were Asian.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So as long as it sounds Asian, that's the
Yeah.
criteria. Asian. Yeah.
Asian.
Yeah, there
Haitian.
you go. There you
How
go.
about you, Ben? Where are you with your pants status right now? Have you been in a relationship since last year's dating
Oh
episode?
my god. No. Oh,
Ooh.
that's a good question. No, I haven't really. I mean, I was dating, but
What's your
Nothing's-
definition of dating?
that's
Because
a very,
people
uh,
use the terms differently, right? Like some people say dating, but they just mean I see a bunch of different women a couple times here and there. Some people say dating, like, oh, I've been together for like 5 years, and like they and they still call it dating.
Oh, you know what? My definitions though have changed since my last.
all right.
Elaborate if you feel comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, because well, growing up Filipino, conservative, traditional,
Right.
we take dating more seriously back home.
Hmm.
Like dating, like you're the only one that I'm seeing right
Oh,
now.
Like it's like if
Exclusive.
we're dating, that means it's a wrap, son.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's
Likely
love
to
is
get married.
blind. Like love is
Uh-huh.
blind status. Like we're getting married,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
So moving here, it's so different.
It's a lot more fast paced.
Fast paced and shallow, unfortunately.
That's
Shallow,
true.
like there's no people don't care about deep connection. I
Mm.
feel like
Yeah,
here because people are more into the hookup culture, which I'm not used to.
Yeah.
Like I don't do that. But yeah, moving here, I was still, a bit conservative with dating.
Yeah.
And then when that relationship ended, my recent one,
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should change it up a bit.
Got you.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Change the
like
game plan.
not
Just to see where things take
see
you.
where things
Because you never
go.
know.
And just put myself out there more since you guys know I'm a hermit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You're always the first one to be like, "Are we done?
Yeah.
I want to sit down."
I'd be like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna just leave. Can you?
Yeah.
I'll Venmo you guys whatever.
Yeah,
All
that's
right?
me.
I need
We're not
pizza.
inside Mariel's apartment. We're inside her closet right now.
Yeah. Her walk-in closet and shit.
Yeah.
3 of us are just tightly compacted inside the closet right now,
Yeah.
like a real hermit.
I was like, I'm not gonna go out.
yeah. I've become a lot more conservative. Actually, I'm the opposite now. I used to whore it out when I was younger.
Pour it out.
Yeah, I'll admit it.
I guess
Um,
because like you grew up here as well.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like some of my female counterparts are like, "Oh, you're a player," and I'll get very upset. I'm not a player because I would never lie to a woman. I would be very
Mhm.
straightforward and honest
You're a
about my
whore.
intentions. I am a whore.
Yeah.
Let's get this right. Don't call me a player because players they deceive women. They
Yeah.
have to lie. It's like, "Oh, baby, you're the only."
I love
one."
that
Oh.
you're at least honest though.
I have
yeah.
to be because I'm a terrible liar. I'm a terrible liar. And Lingjie knows I'm just a
He's
fucking
not doing it because
dumbass.
he's nice. He's
yeah,
like,
I'm just too dumb. I'm too dumb to lie. I can't. I feel bad. I'm like, oh shit, I can't do this. I'd rather just fucking bite the bullet and just admit it,
if you're ever in a long-term thing, your spouse is gonna know. No way Ben's cheating on me because he couldn't be lying about it.
No, I cannot.
He could not be hiding it this well.
I cannot. Yeah, I feel terrible.
Ben comes home with his pants off again.
No eye contact too. It's like, oh, don't talk to me. But yeah, I become the whole deep connection thing you're talking about. That's the thing. I have to get to know the girl,
Yeah.
like, and have a real connection because I've had a lot of one night stands or a lot of like meaningless sex, but it just didn't feel as good.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to me connecting, developing chemistry, then it's like, oh, I really want to take it to the next level. It's all about opening up
Yeah.
as well. And I realized like every time I was opening myself up physically, I was growing a little more dead inside every time. Because of
Yeah,
that.
that's the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's so real.
I feel
yeah.
like
Yeah.
It's
that's
true.
probably why most people in this culture feels empty.
Mm.
Right.
Because as much as people want to be like pro sex and pro,
I get that. Yeah.
which I support that for them, but
Like,
for me, I'm not gonna open up myself up physically. That
like the whole hookup culture and like having a high number, like all my guy friends try to live vicariously through me. But at the same time, there's times where I'm like, damn, this is just depressing.
yeah,
There's times where like I'm like in bed with this woman and I don't have any real affection.
Feelings.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh
and like,
man.
why is she in my home?
Yeah. Or I'm at her home. I'm like, this feels weird. And I
Yeah.
feel terrible about it. So that's what coming back to it, I cannot lie and I have to. And I hope men can not do that as much too, because women too don't have a high number. Try not to sleep around, develop the connection,
I just remembered as well, like I was with, I'm not going to say names. I was with some coworkers.
Oh.
And then they were talking about body counts. One of them grew up in America. One of them has been here a long time.
Yeah.
And they were just like,
they're like boasting about it.
They were
or,
proud
like,
of it.
Yeah.
proud of it. And
They're like,
like
one-upping each
such
other.
high number. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? How did I'm like, how does that happen?
That's why I don't disclose my number.
Because you know me, I'm very emotional and like I'm a romantic and
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
connecting.
Yeah.
And
You're old fashioned. It's good.
fortunately, I feel deeply.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's okay.
to open yourself up like that to that many shallow encounters
Seems
Right.
crazy, doesn't it?
seems
Yeah.
crazy to me. Yeah.
That's why I don't disclose my number anymore. I don't like telling
Ben's
people
number
about
is higher than his bank account number.
it. Yeah.
That says a lot about
It's
your
higher than
dating
my net
life,
worth.
or that says a lot about your bank account.
net worth. Shout out to my primary care doctor for checking up on me a lot all the time. But yeah, it's a good thing what you're doing. If anything, I wish women were more like you. So, it's harder because they always say women go on a biological clock, but like for real, don't sell yourself short.
At the same time, like on the flip side, maybe some women, it's hard for a woman to have such a high count and not be called something even worse than a whore, right?
Right.
Or it has a worse connotation when you call them a whore. But if you are a woman that likes to do what Ben does,
Right.
more power to you as well, right? Because for the same
Right.
reasons why you do it, a woman is allowed to do that as well.
Yeah.
Yes, the double standards thing, I will never judge. And I've had women, my exes that, I'm pretty sure I had humongous high counts, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm like, okay, all you matters is how you treat me and us moving forward. not
Mhm.
Yeah.
past.
I feel like the most important thing anyone should do before dating is to heal themselves
Absolutely.
and to like spend more time with yourself and love yourself more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to offer something broken to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, that's what happened in my previous relationship
You're too dependent on
him. And I didn't
For
love
your
myself
happiness.
enough.
right.
And now, like, I love being by myself.
I love that.
There you
for
go.
I love
that.
doing shit on my own, taking
Yeah.
myself out on dates. And
That's amazing.
that's the one thing that
That's great.
more women should do. Like, take yourself out on dates more,
Mm-hmm.
spend time with yourself, and really look within yourself so that you never have to depend on anyone else for your happiness.
I really like
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Because then you know that you're with that man, not just
Yeah.
because you depend on him for X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you're with them because you actually want to be with them.
Yeah.
Everything else you can already do by yourself.
Because
Yeah.
once you depend your happiness on something or someone else,
Yeah.
you never know when someone's going to leave.
Exactly.
So when they leave, you're broken as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Like going back to what you said, there's only real two ways of like moving on. The first one is you just latch onto a new relationship, a rebound, right?
Mhm.
And then you really don't heal yourself. The second one is, which is the hard part, but the thing you're supposed to do that you've been talking about, which is bite the bullet, be alone,
Mhm.
analyze yourself, but try to make yourself happy. Find yourself, and maybe there's things you'll pleasantly surprise yourself
Yeah.
about with.
There's more to
you know?
life than having a cute boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
There you go. Asian or Haitian. you know?
Asian or Haitian, exactly.
There you go.
Let's get to our favorite segment of the whole podcast. This is a segment where Ben and I and the guests take a couple minutes just to rant about something good in our lives or rave. It's the opposite. Rave about something good in our lives or rant about something bad in our lives. All right, Ben, what are you happy or not happy about with your life?
I'm happy to see Mariel. It's been a while. I'm happy you're, happy. This is a complete shitty segue, but I was going to talk about, I was going to go talk about hand dryers, the ones you see.
Oh,
Hand
God.
dryers?
The ones, you go to the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just saw a report about how like it's actually way more disgusting than just like patting it down with like a tissue.
yo. Mhm.
It's really, really bad for you.
Because the shit's flying everywhere.
You're literally circulating your.
Technically, you should have washed your hands
Yeah.
with soap before. Ben is going from the toilet straight to the hand dryer.
I put my hand in the toilet water. And
He's like,
I'm like, wait a minute.
Just wipe your ass with your hand.
and he goes to the hand dryer afterwards.
And then
He's
I drink the water out of the bidet. it's a water fountain for me.
Ben has the sequence mixed up. He has the sequence.
I come out with my pants down still. But yeah, I read that they did like a whole like radar thing, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
Yeah, they said like somehow there's more germs being blown at you.
Yes.
That
That's exactly what it is.
You're catching other people's germs from the dryer than as opposed to you just washing your hands and taking like a paper towel or just wiping it off.
Or better off just wiping.
And that's why you also close the toilet lid when you flush.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sure. I keep forgetting that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I ever closed the lid first.
I'm trying to think about it. I don't think I ever do.
Because it shoots up in the air.
That is true. And I'm always on top of it because I'm like, I want to make sure it goes down. So I'm like,
you're watching it.
I'm just like, I have fecal matter just.
Are you saying you flush while you're still sitting on it?
No. I'm saying like when I flush, I watch it. I like to watch it disappear.
Ben's like 2 inches from the water. He's like, oh, it's swirling.
My head is actually like the seat is like resting on my fucking forehead and shit. It's like, yep, that's a good one. I'm proud of that one.
Hand dryers suck.
Yeah.
I wanted just to take this segment to talk about anime for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because I haven't gotten a chance to talk about anime with Mariel for a while.
Anime time.
And because usually I'm bitching about something, so maybe I can actually rave about it. Have you seen any good things recently?
I mean, Chainsaw Man, Spy Family.
What the fuck is Chainsaw Man?
Ben, shut up. Adults are talking right now, Ben. The adults are talking.
No, I'm just listening.
Put your mic down. Get the hell out of this shit. Chainsaw Man was so good.
It was so good.
Did you have any idea about the story prior to watching the anime?
No, because I don't read manga yet.
Yeah.
Yet. I just started the story when I started watching it, and I thought it was really cool. I love power.
It picked up so good towards the end, like those last couple episodes.
The fighting with
Animation,
katana.
so good. You see, you're good with names, right?
I only remember the name of the ones I really like Killua.
Yeah.
I mean, power.
That anime was actually so good. I don't typically do this, but when I finished watching the season of Chainsaw Man, I binged the manga. And I'm not one to do that. Usually I'm like, this anime is so good, I'll wait so I can see it in motion.
That's me with Attack on Titan.
Right? Oh my god, Chainsaw Man, can it get even better? I think it can get even better because I finished the whole manga and I was like, I can't wait to see this in motion.
Oh shit.
It's so good.
Sorry, side note. I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Like tying in anime and dating.
Okay.
So on my Hinge profile, I have a mirror selfie picture where it shows my phone case, right? And it's Hisoka.
Okay. Hunter x Hunter for people that don't know.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter, Hisoka. And some guy swiped right and put a comment. And he was like, having Hisoka out there on your phone is a major L, but I'll take a chance on you because you're pretty.
Oh, wow. You could have turned that around
and
in a better way.
I understand because Hisoka's a weirdo.
Yeah. He's not the most popular character. He's not a fan favorite.
No, he's not at all. And he's pretty creepy. I don't know.
Props to him that he knew the reference. I feel like he could have had a better line.
Yeah, it was a little too
and that's why I X'd him.
Yeah. He could have just been like, oh, you know what? A major W for, being into anime.
Funny thing is, though, I ordered a new phone case the next day.
Not because of him, dude.
No, not because of him, but I got reminded that I wanted to order a Gojo. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many translations here. So yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
Last season was just like fucking killer.
Absolutely.
The movie Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah, Zero or whatever the first one. Oh yeah, that was so good.
Gojo's fight scene was...
Yo, that was epic.
So the movie came out right after my breakup. And that was our thing. Jujutsu Kaisen was our thing.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, he got you into anime, right?
He got me into anime.
Yeah.
And anyway, I watched it in the cinema alone.
Oh.
But I had fun.
I
had fun.
It's an action movie.
It was
fine.
that good. I was like, you're saving my life right now.
Oh, sure. I like that.
So you know what?
Yeah.
If you guys are in a breakup period or something, go watch some anime, man.
Yeah. Just go watch anime, whatever.
Watch hentai.
Okay.
Sure.
I was going to say not hentai because that's going to, make you, porn's going to make you more depressed.
The only anime reference Ben has is hentai. It's hentai.
Right? It's the same thing, right?
It's the same thing. Only less octopuses.
Octopussy.
I love it. Yeah, anime. Good stuff. Yeah. Season 8. Can't wait.
Okay, Ben. Anyways, Mara, do you have anything to rave or to rant about today?
Oh, no. I've just been very into tarot reading lately, spirituality, healing, all
Ooh.
of that.
Yeah.
You have crystals?
Healing. I have crystals.
Oh shit.
I have crystals. I have tarot cards. I have sage and Palo Santo.
So you like light that shit and like you
Yeah.
do like you mogwai
Yeah. You know,
I don't know what
I'm not a
you-
Satanist.
Oh, okay. You don't remember Jackie Chan where his uncle would be like, "You mogwai faisao."
Bro, that's probably like
I'm probably butchering the shit out of it.
accidental racism or something. I don't know what
Yeah,
what
like
you're
the
talking
tal-
about.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
talismans and shit. That's, yeah, Jackie Chan, that's anime, right?
Jackie Chan did have a cartoon.
He had a cartoon.
He did though. He
Yes.
did. Yeah.
I guess
So
that
technically, right?
technically, okay, his grandpa did say whatever the shit you're saying is.
Jackie, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, see, I know my shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. So you're a tarot,
Oh yeah.
you read it or you predict it? Like, how does that work?
No, the thing is, you have your delusion. I have my delusion.
Oh.
This is what helps me get by.
Whoa,
This is what.
that's deep and scary.
It's a hobby. Everyone has different hobbies. Just
Wow.
to,
Yeah, and I'm like, so I'm a nerd. I'm like a fantasy nerd. So just doing all these things, tarot reading, like the smoke, the
Yeah.
meditation,
The orgies, the drugs. Yes.
You clearly do not know what tarot
the shrooms and the orgies.
It's like that is the wrong.
Like, if it's delusion or whatever, placebo, I don't care.
It
It's
helps
helping
you.
me
Wow.
get through heartbreak. It's helping me get through my depression.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
And
Nice.
that's what I love to rave about, because even if it seems crazy to a lot of people out there,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't care. It's helping me
I have some crystals in my book bag actually.
for protection.
Yeah, that's what she
Yeah.
said.
I carry crystals in my bag.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's a thing, bro. Like
I didn't know there's a thing.
Crystals and pepper spray. Yeah.
Oh,
Pepper spray.
Yeah.
One's more effective than the
she like
other.
throws a rock
Yeah.
and then she's pepper sprays the
The
person.
rock is sharp.
There you go.
Distraction
Oh.
with the crystals and then actual pepper spray into the eyes.
Yeah.
It's a cool concept. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's really cool because it's like,
And yeah.
yeah, because it's like it's all about energy.
Yeah.
So I
And just-
appreciate that.
Doing what makes you happy.
That's why you shouldn't criticize people and their hobbies, even if it seems weird to you
Yeah.
or seems
Right.
foreign to you. Right? Everyone has a
heals
little,
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
You could like playing with sponges. It's fine. It's cool, man.
Yeah, I do. I dress them up. I call it. I paint them. I named them.
Yo, somewhere out there, there's a guy painting sponges.
Yeah,
No,
I was
for
gonna
real
say there
though, because
probably
there are
is,
balloon guys. You know, there's a
There's
lot of
a-
weird shit you can watch on YouTube. So.
I was gonna say Pornhub, but I'm
I
gonna
don't know. I
definitely
mean
type it.
documentaries, not.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant to. I'm sorry.
Yo, Ben, do you go to porno for like
I'm gonna type in
everything?
balloon.
You just mention it in every sentence.
balloon.
His Wikipedia is Pornhub.
I don't use Google. I use Pornhub search engine.
Username is strong, loud Asian man.
All right, guys. We're at the outro. We're remote today, so I guess Ben, you can still do the outro,
Oh, really? Okay.
or is this environment gonna throw you off?
no,
This tiny closet that we're in.
no. Thank you for the tiny closet episode today. It was
You're
very
lucky.
cozy. It was a pleasure having you back.
Thank
I hope it
you.
wasn't
So
too-
fun having you back on, Mariel.
Yeah,
Please
I
don't
had so much fun.
don't move to the
Thank you.
Philippines.
I won't. I'm never
We
gonna.
cannot afford that. Yeah.
We-
No.
Yeah, we'll do the podcast through mail. We'll write through like letters and shit.
Wait to start tomorrow. I don't know how many sentences back and forth we have to have.
I'll be right here.
Yeah, but thank you for listening. You can catch us on all our socials on Spotify, Google, Instagram.
Give Mariel a chance to give her handles, Ben.
Yes. You can find Mariel D official. I forgot.
This is the part where you let her talk, Ben.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mariel. Please take it away.
Yeah, my Instagram is Mariel De Leon official, which some people find weird because my legal name is Maria Angelica, but I'm
Oh.
Mariel. Yeah.
That's
so
your nickname that you prefer to go by.
Yeah, nickname.
Filipinos have like the coolest names too.
Yeah,
Like,
because-
you have way too many first names.
I know.
Like-
3 first names.
3 first names. I was
I
gonna
know.
say.
I'm Maria Angelica Andalong De Leon.
Whoa, Long De Leon.
Yeah.
I stopped listening after the
That was
third
like-
Yeah,
name.
I know.
that was like
But
a-
yeah,
that was like a
anyway,
song.
Instagram Maria De Leon official,
Mhm.
and on YouTube Mariel De Leon.
There you go.
And guys,
heard
if
it
you see her
first.
on the streets and you want to flirt, tell her you're flirting first. Like, I'm about to
Yeah.
flirt with you, so she has a heads
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yes.
Be like, hi, my name is blank. I'm flirting with you
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
Yes.
Then she has some context.
Yeah.
There you go. She'll have signs. It's a check mark
Yeah.
or an X. There
And
you go.
just so you know, I like nerds.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Anime.
And
Anime is the key to
if
our
you like
heart.
anime,
And tarot cards.
I mean anime and like, you know, minding your own business.
I don't know how that works.
Oh shit.
Hi,
love
I'm
it.
I'm flirting
Just-
with you. I like anime. Now I'm gonna go now. Let you be by
I'm
yourself.
gonna shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Or be like, it's okay if you think you're a witch. I'm here.
There you go. I'm here for you.
That's
I'm
the
just
pickup
gonna
line.
shut the
Yeah.
fuck up in
Yeah.
the corner right now.
All right, Ben, go through our handles, please.
Yeah, you can find us on Worst Asian Pod. Lingjie will be on Instagram. Tell them your delusions. You can tell me yours. You can find me on my handle at tinder.com. And I think that's pretty much. Oh,
search Ben on BEN last name.
Oh, shh. You can also find us. We started doing a monthly subscription. We're on Spotify and Apple. Spotify is still being really buggy. It's only a low cost of $4.99. We only get 86 cents out of it per subscriber.
Apple and Spotify take a huge cut.
Yes, it's worse than winning the lottery. The taxes are ridiculous. Thank you for the ones that are subscribed. We're going to continue to pump out content.
Rate and review, Ben.
Oh, yes. Please give us a rating and review. At least 5 stars.
Only 5 stars.
Yes, only 5 stars.
Keep the constructive criticism to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
We don't need that.
Yeah, you could DM us if you like for the criticism.
Yes.
Or email us.
5-star review and then DM us to tell us we're shit.
There you go. Boom.
That's everything?
I think so.
All right, Meryl. It was actually a pleasure having you on today.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Thank you for the food and all the...
Yeah.
Mary brought us muffins, grapes, blueberries. She brought us filtered water.
You're the first guest to give us stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love being homey.
Thank you.
Valentine's Day is coming up, so hopefully this episode is timed correctly. I hope you got some good advice from this. If you didn't, it's okay, man. If you don't have a Valentine's, who gives a shit? It's a fake holiday anyways. It's a Hallmark holiday.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So fuck Hallmark.
Yeah, there you go. Just do porn. That's the point of this.
All right, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.